Sony vision, I can see it so clear. Told my mama that I love her when she see me on the TV. Missing all old friends, miss the old lifestyle. But I got bigger things coming, I just forget why. It's so lonely that she see me at the top.
I'm fucking living right now.
Well, let's just start off with this. We're
Oh, wait.
upgrading.
Don't get too close
Right
because I'm
here?
not sure how it's in the field. Yeah, I
Okay.
think that might be good right there.
We're fucking upgrading here. We're back. This is not Zoom anymore. This is in IRL. That's great.
As the kids say these days,
Yeah.
IRL in real life.
And we're upgrading. We have mics finally. And can you fucking believe that we did at least 25 episodes with shitty audio?
I know.
I still can't fucking believe that. That's how you know we're gonna fucking keep going with this fucking shit show of a podcast, cause episode 25 and we finally got decent mics. We still don't even know how these are gonna fucking sound afterwards.
I mean, we tested them before this and it sounded pretty good, so I think we should be fine. We should be
And I
fine.
hope they're similar in quality or sound, because I mean, I have, and this is what's funny. We'll get the setup. It'll be fine. My mic is at least $300. How much is yours?
like 80.
Yeah, and I've seen podcasts that have different mics too, like that, and it doesn't sound all that bad. So, but don't worry, we'll get you one of these bad boys soon too.
But this has been a dream of mine to do already for like months now.
Yeah.
I was explaining to him that I have this mic. If we get another mic, we just plug it into my laptop and record through OBS. Now we're fucking doing.
Yeah, so 25 episodes later, and I don't think our audio was that bad either. It was kind of just like,
it was like in the middle.
it was in the middle, and this is all technical bullshit. We'll get to the funny shit in a bit. But like you would hear like sounds from, you know, other rooms, and you know, cats raping and all that shit.
And screaming in the background.
Yeah, so that's one. So the equipment, it's going up, you know?
Yeah.
Slowly but surely. We got a light, we got the fucking laptop. We're upgrading. Now, as far as sets go, let's just put ourselves down here. Equipment's like in the middle because we're still missing a mic. Sets down fucking here. I mean, this is how I like to think about it. I like to say that the world is our set, you know? Because we've been everywhere. You guys have known that we've been like, we've done it in empty parking lots, fucking parks, cemeteries, like all this. So I don't think you guys should be set to like, oh, like, what, like, I don't know if you guys know where we are right now, but we're in a fucking bed. And who came up with this brilliant idea? He fucking did.
Dude, you can't even lie. It was a good idea.
It was a good idea. It was like, we're in bed right now. You know, it's gonna be a chill one today. Pretty unprepared because last night we spent most of, or a majority of it, building a rig for our camera. So that, I mean, we've been busy and shit, and we haven't really came up with topics, but yeah, I mean, I'm fucking with it. I woke up this morning and I was sitting on the fucking toilet, right? And then I started going like that. Like I was just stretching as I was releasing, you know, my toxins. And as soon as I did this, it felt like I got tased or fucking electrified from the base of my skull to my shoulder. And it's fucking hurting. I slept like a dumb motherfucker, and now I'm in pain, so I appreciate you choosing the bed.
You're welcome.
As a set, cause you know I'm pretty comfy right now, and I need to be careful, cause I could fucking break my neck.
And this is the bed where he slept last night too, so
Yeah. It was just a pillow, I fucking swear. It was just a pillow, but yeah, we're back. So 26.
The 26?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
We did 3 on Zoom, and they weren't too bad, but finally back in person, and I don't think it's gonna change unless one of us fucking gets fucked in the ass with COVID.
Hopefully not, cause I'm tired of that shit already.
Yeah, so I think we should talk about the movie we went to go watch.
Dude, oh my
We're
god,
gonna
dude.
talk about basically how the weekend went. So this weekend, I decided to bring my girlfriend to stay over the weekend as well. And I told Godspeed, I'm like, hey, we should double date because we had been talking. So originally, the weekend that I was supposed to come, the weekend I got COVID, she was gonna come with me, and we were gonna, the four of us, me and my girlfriend, him and his girlfriend, we were gonna go watch the movie Scream. So we are fucking excited, we were ready for it and shit. And then we get fucked. We get COVID. So 3 weeks go on, and surprisingly, my girlfriend got the weekend off. So I was like, you know what? You're coming with me. I'm like, this shit's not over. And she also wanted to see the kitties and shit. So we came, and it's been pretty chill. Yesterday was when we decided I told them, I'm like, hey, let's go watch a movie, the four of us. And he asked what movie, and I'm like, Jackass Forever. Now, it's an interesting, I have an interesting relationship with that series because I've never fucking seen it.
And I have never seen it either before.
I know who Steve-O is,
Yep.
mainly through YouTube. I've seen his videos. Like, I'm a big fan of Steve-O, and I know that he made these Jackass movies throughout the years, and I would see clips on YouTube about them. Have you even seen those or no? One of
Saw
my
it
I don't
before.
even know if this is from Jackass or not, but it's the midget bar fight.
Oh, oh no, I've seen that before.
Yeah,
That
that
from Jack.
that is the funniest fucking thing I've seen in my entire life. So I have an obsession with midgets. And
That's all we're gonna say.
yeah, that's all. No, and it's not like I just find them interesting, like their anatomy and shit. I'm not like, look at that fucking midget. I mean, sometimes I'll act like that, like to fuck with people around me, but I'm genuinely like, oh shit, like I don't know, I don't know how to go about and not sounding like an asshole, because to me they're mythical beings, like they're just different, and when I see someone that's different, I'm kind of like, oh shit. So I'll like see a midget like walking down the street, and I'm like, holy shit. There's a midget. Now, let me ask you this, because the midget that's obviously in the Jackass crew is Wee Man. And throughout the years, people have done, I would say, creative things with midgets. For example, the Munchkins in The Wizard of Oz. I was actually reading, I think it was an article on the Munchkins. That's what they were called. You've seen The Wizard of Oz, right? The jolly little Munchkins running around and shit. So there was several sexual assault allegations on the midgets.
That's fucked up. What the
Dude,
hell?
so these motherfuckers might have been criminals, is how they made them sound in the article. And like as soon as they were done filming, they would go into the trailers or into the bars, and they would get fucked up and hammer and just do fucked up things, dude. Like a squad of midgets was just tearing shit up like
Dude,
in Hollywood,
it
right?
makes me terrified now. I can't
Dude,
imagine like
think
a group of 12 midgets just like robbing my
yeah,
ass.
dude. Yeah, they were doing fucked up shit, but this where it gets even more fucked up. Dude, in between shots or in between scenes, these motherfuckers, dude, were like going like close to Dorothy, the actress, and they're like looking under her skirt and shit, dude.
What the fuck?
Dude, I don't know where they got these little bastards.
From hell?
But dude, they were fucking insane. They were just fucking shit up all the fucking time. But yeah, the midget bar fight. If you guys haven't seen that shit, go check it out on YouTube. It's fucking hilarious.
I love it.
It's just two midgets. They're fighting over another midget girl, and they get into a bar fight. And then the ambulance gets there, but they're midgets. And then the cops get there, but they're fucking midgets. Like, that's so genius, dude. But going back to what I was saying is I like how they've been incorporated into like just cinema in general. Like, I mean, if there's a fantasy movie out there, of course they're gonna throw in fucking midgets or whatever. But one movie that sticks out in my mind is Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, I know that scene you're talking about, dude. I know where they're tossing them to the fucking
Now,
whatever it's called, Target.
is that morally correct? I know all the PC bitches out there are gonna say like that's you're already fucked up by just pointing at them and saying they're called little people. They're not midgets. Like the people that are saying that right now, fuck y'all. Okay, a midget's a midget, and a homo's a homo. So, but is it morally correct to throw a midget at a target?
If the
At a
midget,
giant target?
if the midget agrees, dude,
Well,
fuck yeah.
well, let's say you just see a random one walking down the street and you just pick him up and like toss him at a fucking.
Yeah, that's morally correct.
So, I'm of course gonna get my channel up and running this year, right? And I'm gonna do some shit with some midgets. I'm gonna do some
I'm
shit
not
with some
surprised.
midgets.
This man always brings up having a third member, and he always fucking says a midget, dude. He always brings up a midget, and he's like, dude, we should have a fucking midget. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where'd that come from? He's like, dude, we need one. Like, we have to have one.
I know it's cliche because there's a lot of crews out there that have midgets. For example, the Jackass crew, they have Wee Man. Like other YouTubers, they have midgets. Like it's kind of cliche, but y'all know where my obsession started? It started in elementary because I had a midget in elementary, and of course they're way tinier as the average like adult, right? And he was fucking awesome. Like he was fucking awesome. Like he was a cool kid. But like I never became friends with him. And then I think in high school we had a midget. Dude, he was like the most popular kid out there. Like it was fucking crazy. Everyone in the hallways would be fucking like dabbing him
I
up
remember
and like
him. Yeah.
you remember him?
Yeah. He would always show up to the games like, yeah, I remember
Yeah,
him.
like so you know, maybe that I would see that and I want that. I want one in my possession. No, so I will have, and you're gonna be there too. You're gonna be filming this shit. Eventually, when the budget starts to go up on the videos, we're gonna take a little trip to Dallas, Texas. And there's a troupe of midgets that you can actually pay for, come to a party, an event, whatever you want, and they will do absolutely fucking anything. You
I've
I'm not
never heard
even
of this.
I'm not even gonna tell you, dude, because I might surprise you with one of their acts. But if you want them to box, they'll fucking box. If you want, dude, like, and I'm already picturing like I'm gonna purchase a giant Target, and me and you or whoever the fuck's with us, dude, we're gonna launch them. But it's correct because I'm compensating them with money, right? That's their profession. That's their job. They live to do
that
this.
shit.
They're
Yeah.
entertainers. So I wonder how that shit's gonna go, but I cannot fucking
I've never
wait.
heard of that, dude.
Yeah, actually my best friend, he he told me cuz he knows my obsession. Like he knows what I like, right? So one day he's like, dude, he's like I wanted to get you something before you came over here cuz I visited him in Dallas. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, what was it?" He's like, "Dude, you're not going to believe it." I'm like, "Come on, just tell me." He's like, "But what if I want to do it another time?" I'm like, "Dude, just tell me." He's like, "I was going to get you a couple of midgets." And I'm like, "Excuse me? Like what the fuck? Like were you going to kidnap these motherfuckers or what?" He's like, "Dude, no. They offer a service and they do parties, events, like they'll do the whole nine." And that's when I was like, boom. Fucking video idea right there. But yeah, I mean, I love midgets. I love the little people. Nice. Badass.
Dude, he was doing some crazy shit in that movie, dude.
Yeah, going back to the movie. So, we have never laid our eyes on a Jackass film. Our girlfriends
Never.
have.
Isn't
But
that weird? Can we just pause there for a second? Isn't that weird that our girlfriends have and we haven't?
the weirder part is that they're watching that shit as kids.
Yeah, like what the fuck, dude? Like
My
that's
girlfriend
so.
my girlfriend was like, "Yeah, I remember watching Jackass like around 10." And I'm like,
Dude,
"What
I
the
was playing
fuck?"
with my Legos at 10. What the fuck?
Yeah, like, and your girlfriend had seen it pretty young too, right? Like
Yeah,
growing up.
yeah.
And we
So
we just weren't allowed to see that shit, like.
no.
And I don't know, there was something like, because on, oh, you know this story, but there's a similar film, um like Jackass, but it was in Spanish, and they would do pranks on people, and they had like this whole series like running, and I was not allowed to watch that, mainly because it had a lot of fucking naked women in it. Yeah. So naked women in the Spanish one, in the English in Jackass, naked
Naked
man.
men.
And I was expecting to see, this is what I was expecting to see throw up. I was expecting to see asses. I was expecting to see just pain. That's all I was expecting, right? So we're sitting in the theater, and they're showing New York City, big ass city, people going about their daily lives, all that. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I know where they're gonna go with this. They're gonna do a Godzilla theme, right? I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. I'm like, so I was like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get Wee Man to dress up like a dinosaur and just stomp on people and do all this crazy shit, right? So again, my mind's going to midget, right? And sure enough, you hear boom, 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 and people start freaking the fuck out. They start running, and then they pan to look at the giant monster that's looking over them. And what is it?
It's a fucking dinosaur cock. Like an actual dinosaur cock painted with fucking
No,
like
no, you're saying dinosaur cock. So you're saying like a dinosaur with his cock out. No, it
no,
was
was
a
a cock
cock
as a
as
dinosaur.
a dinosaur. That's what
Dressed
you
up
meant.
and everything, yeah. Dude, dressed up and everything,
So
dude.
you just see a giant green dick on the screen. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I turned to look at him, but I couldn't
Everything,
see him in
yeah.
the dark. I'm like, he's gonna fucking hate this movie. I don't know how you feel about like seeing like penises and shit. I'm okay with it, right? I wasn't sure if you were gonna be like, fucking gay, or I don't know what you're gonna do, but I was fine with it. And so I started taking a closer look, because at first I couldn't tell what it was until I started seeing hairs on the fucking ball sack. And I was like, why? Why so early? How did you feel about
Dude,
that?
started off with a fucking
You like that?
I was I was uncomfortable and then I was like, this is a golden idea, dude. A cock terrorizing the city, dude. And then the ejaculation to kill the
So
people.
like, and then like Godzilla, he sprays out fire from his mouth or whatever.
Guess what this Godzilla was spraying out, baby?
Fucking semen everywhere. It was fucking disgusting. Like, people were like with their mouths
Getting
open and
drenched and
shit. And
shit.
yeah, so like, I'm okay with cock, but I'm not okay with semen. Like, I think I felt the most uncomfortable in the parts where there was fucking jizz. Like, I don't know, that's way too much for me. Right?
Yeah,
Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, the whole movie is way too much.
I
So
loved it.
when
I
there was
mean,
cock, I expected jizz, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. And there was so much
I
cock.
know, and so much jizz too. It was
Not
fucked
even
up.
just human jizz. Fucking
Yeah, fucking animal jizz. Oh, it was so fucked.
dude. And there was a scene where a guy drank pig jizz, and he was like,
Pig
dude,
semen.
he was like, dude, I prefer this than the horse semen. And I was like, what the fuck? This
Yeah.
motherfucker's tried everything.
So yeah, so I think in the previous movies, one of them had tried horse semen. So I'm like, so is that just something that they do? They sit like at a bar and they're just like, yeah, give me a nice cold cup of fucking horse semen. And I mean, they're teaching us too. You can't say they weren't, because now I know that the animal that produces the most semen is a fucking pig. So I mean, we were learning and shit. And they galloned that shit up, and they're just, I don't even want to think about the shit that they're doing. But overall, it was a great fucking movie. But let's talk about our favorite scenes. You can go first. I know it's gonna have something relating with a fucking cock. So
Yeah. Dude, I think my favorite scene, because that shit's scary, was when Steve-O got the queen bee and put it under his cock, dude. That shit was
yeah.
blowing. I was like,
So
what the fuck?
explain to them how it started and all that.
So Steve-O's fucking naked, standing in the middle of a fucking forest.
Let me stop you right there. I love Steve-O, but I didn't think I was ever gonna see his cock. I didn't think he did this shit like on camera. I know he does gnarly shit, but I didn't know like he's comfortable enough to show his fucking penis. And now I know why his girlfriend's with him. That's all I'm gonna say.
But yeah, so it's Steve-O on the table. The team that he's with are watching him, and
And
then
they
you
have-
have the beekeepers right next to him, and there's a big box of bees, and they pull out the queen bee and they put it under his cock, and then they proceed to get all of the bees put onto Steve-O's cock.
Because the queen attracts the other bees. So wherever the queen is, that's
They're
where the
gonna
bees are
go.
gonna go.
So Steve-O's cock slowly but surely got more massive and massive with all the bees on it, dude. And that shit was so fucking scary.
So there was so many bees that it was making his cock bigger. Like
Like,
the
it was like
outline was just like getting bigger and bigger
it
and
was like
lower
at
and
least this
lower.
big.
It got about 12 inches and it didn't look too
It
bad.
was impressive. But yeah, I think that was my favorite one just because that shit's ballsy, dude. And like,
Right?
and he got stung in the balls. Speaking of ballsy,
Yeah. They had to take the stingers out and
fuck, dude, that shit was.
So that was your favorite one?
Yeah, that one was fucking ballsy. That's why I picked that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's dude, just if a fucking bee just stung me on my hand, I'd lose my shit. Have you ever gotten stung by a bee?
No.
You might be allergic.
I don't think
Just
I'm
putting that
allergic.
shit in your head. I always thought I was allergic. I had never gotten stung. And the first time I ever got stung is pretty interesting. So at the time, I had my motorcycle, and that's all I had. I had a motorcycle. I didn't have a vehicle. So I'd ride my motorcycle everywhere, right? And one morning I'm driving to work, and as I'm driving, I just feel something like I just feel like something itchy here, right? So I stop at the gas station, I get off, go to the restroom. Well, actually no, as I'm driving, I feel something like here and it's itchy, and I go like that and I feel a ball. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I stop, go to the restroom, and then I check on the mirror. Sure enough, I had a stinger in my fucking neck. Dude, in my neck, like out of all places. So I'm guessing as I was riding in the fucking morning, like a bee came out of nowhere and just fucking yeah, and I got fucked. And I took out the stinger, dude. Looked fucking gross. And I'm like, okay, 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, I will see if I am fucking allergic or not. So I had already started freaking out, right? And I was like, oh shit, like, I was just like, am I gonna get highs? Am I gonna get this? Am I gonna get that? But no. Good thing I wasn't. So then I go to work, and one of my coworkers sees that I have a red spot on my neck. They assume it was a fucking hickey. And I'm like, no, I got stung by a bee. And they're like, bullshit. I'm like, no, I wish it wasn't, but I got stung in the fucking neck by a bee while riding a motorcycle. So
That's funny.
yeah, can you guess what my favorite scene was? I feel like you'll get it like that. Like, did you see a certain scene in the movie and just like kind of like looked over to see like if I
Dude,
was fucking ready for it? It's easy, dude. You know what I like. What I fuck.
Was it the one where was it the one where they got his penis and they put it like this and it was
No,
the
no.
no
That's not that wasn't a scene. That was just like a little bit. For that one, what they actually did was,
dude, that was fucking crazy.
dude, I didn't even know our dicks could do that.
Me neither.
So they like got two plastic plates
Clear so you can see the
clear
rock.
and put a fucking dick in there and tighten them until they squish the dick
Like
down.
this, like not even a fucking inch.
Yeah,
dude.
and they made it into a
Centimeter.
paddle. So they were like
Fucking
paddling
paddling.
and the ball was going up and down. It was funny as fuck. But I could have sworn, I don't know. I don't want to sound like a fucking idiot and saying we have a fucking bone in our penis, but I guess we
I
don't.
guess.
It's all fucking blood.
I guess so.
Dude, I could never think of doing that, dude.
Me
It
neither.
didn't even seem like it hurt them.
It didn't. Well, they had asked the guy and he had
I
said
think we
no.
should try it for an episode.
Dude, I don't know if my cock wants to go through that, dude. That shit looks scary to me. They were
Yeah.
sucking the life out of it with those
yeah.
things.
Dude, it was fucking.
But it wasn't that one.
No.
Was it one of with the fat man?
No. Think about what I like. This scene stood out of all of them because they're like in. I mean, they're in
was it with the vulture?
Yeah.
It was the vulture
Yeah.
one, the wee man.
So my favorite scene, of course, takes place in a cemetery, and you have fucking Steve-O, and I think the other guy was Chris, and they're dressed like skeletons. And Steve is doing this weird ass fucking accent or something.
Yeah.
And he's just like saying this mythical chant, or I don't know what they were fucking saying.
It was funny though.
It was funny.
Yeah.
So then they get Wee Man and they tie him up on the floor. And he's just in a Speedo. And Wee Man has a hog on him.
Dude,
For being a little
like,
person, that was fucking pretty
dude,
big.
they were like, "Is that? Do you have something in your pants?" And he was like, "I don't, dude." And he was like, "Dude, I'm gonna check." And he was like, "Go for it." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, I thought he put like, I don't know, like
It was funny.
maybe like a lemon in there or something. Like, dude, Wee Man's packing. So they put him on the floor, right? And they tie him up from his hands and his legs. And then in the distance they have a cage. And before they did that, they started putting little cuts of meat in Wee Man's fucking Speedo. They were just putting little pieces of meat everywhere, like under the balls, like over the dick and all that. And then Steve was like, "Release the beast." He was doing some weird ass accent. And then they release it, and sure enough, out comes one of the scariest fucking birds out there.
The vulture.
The fucking vulture. Now, I had never seen a vulture. Like,
Me neither.
right?
Yeah, I had.
They're kind of like, they're not that common, but out here they should, because what vultures do, they eat roadkill. And where we went to school and more that way of our town, it's the boonies. You know, there's not too many things going on over there. There's a lot of roadkill, there's a lot of dead animals, you know, shit like that. And dude, as a kid growing up, we'd be driving from school or back to the house, and I would see like a bird like just going in a circle. Those were the vultures that swoop down and eat like just rotting meat. So the vulture's always been I don't know, a grotesque fucking type of bird.
Yeah.
And so I saw it and I was completely amazed how beautiful they are. Like in
Yeah.
cartoons and movies, they make them look real
Weird.
fucking nasty and shit. Like it was a beautiful bird. They let it out, and I'm like thinking, there's no chain around it, so how the fuck is he not gonna fly away? But I think they might have clipped his wings. They do that with like birds. I think they do that at the zoo. They clip a ligament under their wing and they can never fly. It is fucked. Yeah, so out comes the vulture, and I'm like, oh fuck no, because the beak on that motherfucker was scary looking. It was scary. So the vulture comes and goes to Wee Man and starts eating the fucking meat out of his fucking balls and cock. And it was the scariest thing ever. I'd never seen Wee Man so scared. His face was red, just screaming. And he was telling one of the producers, like, hey, get me out of here. Like he wasn't even telling Steve or them because they weren't gonna let him out. I guess it was hurting that much. And sure enough, he started bleeding, right?
Yeah, he did.
He did he bleed from his balls or was that another stunt?
I think it was a no. I think it because they put the meat everywhere on his body. I think the vulture chopped on his fucking stomach.
Oh, that's what it was. Dude, but that was fucking scary.
Yeah, it was. I was like, what the
And
fuck?
yeah, but I like the vibe of it, the creepiness, the spooky shit. They were dressed like skeletons. That was my favorite scene. It was really fucking good. Um, what would you say was the most disgusting one for you?
This is most disgusting. I don't think I have a disgusting one. I think the one that I was like, dude, that's fucked was the I don't know the guy's name, but when he was getting fucking hit in the balls, he went through four things. It was four of them. I forgot the what they were honestly. Oh, punch to the nuts.
So they told, so this was it was the cup
Test,
test.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cup
like
test.
so a cup is for males when they're in sports. They wear it so it'll protect their balls, right? So he had a cup and they told him that a boxer was gonna hit him in the balls. Apparently he'd been doing this shit for years.
Yeah.
And they tell him it's a lightweight, and sure enough comes out this big African American motherfucker, like, and they showed footage of him like knocking someone out, and I'm like,
Fuck that.
I was like, this fucker's never gonna have kids again. Who knows if he
Basically.
has kids? So he comes and he's getting ready and fucking
Boom.
boom hits him in the fucking balls, and he loses his shit. Like his face is like just being scared. He was like,
Yeah.
it was terrifying. What was the second one?
I don't remember, but I know one of them was a softball.
Oh, that was the second one.
Oh, and then the hockey puck
Yeah.
was going 75 miles per hour.
They got a professional softball player to throw a fucking softball at his nuts. And then the third one was the hockey
professional.
puck, professional hockey player.
And then the last one was the pogo stick, which made him bleed.
Oh, fuck. Dude, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that one was fucking.
So a guy was on a
scary, dude.
pogo stick jumping up and down. You know, the stick shit that goes up and down. And like basically steps on his balls and like
Dude, it
you
was
could
terrible. Felt so bad, dude. The guy in the pogo stick was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry." Did you see that or no?
No, I don't remember.
He was like, "Dude, I'm so sorry," and the guy's just
I
screaming.
think
in
I was trying
pain.
to wrap my mind around like why he's still alive.
Dude, I know. How
Dude.
the fuck?
You can't do that much damage to your balls, can you?
I don't think so.
That was
Fucking
so
hell, no.
fucked, dude. What if he doesn't? What if it's just.
Dude, offer the money, dude. Make him a new sack with the money.
Dude, and it's funny you're talking about money because like these guys started off, dude, just fucking each other up, not even like caring
No
about the
money.
money. And I think MTV bought the first, or they bought the series, and like Jackass, like they just started making more and more and more, and it was a wild ass movie, right?
Yeah.
The snake shit got me. That was scary as fuck. They had a lot of snake bits. But I mean, trying to think of what else there was that was like fucking in.
When they had them all in the what's it called? The merry-go-round or what's
Oh
it?
yeah.
They're all wearing different color shirts as a rainbow and they're all drinking something and it's spinning as fast as it can. So they're all supposed to throw up like on each other and shit.
Yeah, I think that was a good way to end the movie. That scene was so like shot perfectly. So they're wearing matching shirts and pants, but pastel colors. So someone had like a pastel purple, pastel green, pastel blue. Now they had milk jugs that were the same color as their outfits, which is fucking like that's fucking funny as fuck. So they got in a merry-go-round, and I think it was mechanical. So like they would like have a button and it would just go fast. They all got strapped down and they have to drink the milk as they're going, right? Mind you, I don't know if you knew this, but if you tried the milk challenge, you know about the milk challenge?
Yeah.
I have a story on that. I was a part of that when I was in college.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You remember? So
Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine. Well, we were trying to get into our fraternity, and one of the things we had to do was a milk challenge. Now, I don't know how I think my friend was just down to drink that much milk, but we went to a Stripes, got like a big ass gallon, and we went to the school parking lot under a tree. And I wonder what happened to the video because that shit's fucking funny. So I start recording, right? And my friend, his name was Ray, it was this Mexican guy. And he just starts pounding that milk, throwing it back as there's students walking like from the parking lot to the campus, and he's pounding it and he puts it down. He's like, "Who the fuck?" Ugh, dude, he starts fucking puking and he starts drinking. Dude, it was yeah, it was disgusting.
What the
And it was
fuck?
funny because the whole time I was just there like filming. And there was a dude, and it's ridiculous the shit you can get away with at fucking college. There was a nursing student, dude. This guy's supposed to be a professional in the near future. He's gonna be a doctor one day. And he's fucking cracking up watching us do this fucking idiot shit, dude. Like, we got a little crowd going. There's like fucking 6 people
What the fuck?
watching him just pour back the milk. So milk will make you throw up if you drink enough of it. And that's what they're doing. And they start fucking puking these funny ass colors that are the same as their shirts, and they're going faster and faster and faster. And then as that's happening, a fucking army of people, literally like dressed with the military shit, come out with guns. And then in the distance or around them, there's fucking explosives and explosions and all this crazy shit. I saw a jet at one point, and then a fucking tank, and then Wee Man with a mini tank, and it was a beautiful scene. So they stop it, right? And then they're like, I think Knoxville's like, okay, ready, fire. Paintballs is what they were holding. That was fucked. They just start shooting the 6 guys as they're trying to get away. The whole thing was shot so beautifully. Don't
Yeah.
you agree?
Yeah, I agree. It was
It was-
fucking amazing.
But the aftermath, they were all fucked up with the
Yeah.
holes, the welts and shit.
That
Have you
was
ever gotten
nasty.
shot by a paintball? Have you ever gone paintballing?
No.
Me neither. I think we should do that shit one.
Yeah.
I think it'd be
Dude,
fun, but
dude, that shit was fucking crazy though.
yeah.
I'll never forget. I don't know if it's just his name, Jasper. The one
black
that had his
guy?
dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the guys was stuck, and he was Jasper, and I don't know the other guy's name that came to save him.
The other black guy?
Yeah, that I was that's a real one, cause his thing was like fucked, I think, and he was too fucked up to
Yeah, he
So-
couldn't get out of it, and like another brother came and fucking
saved his life, dude. Cause if not, they were gonna keep shooting. They kept
Oh,
shooting,
yeah.
dude. They didn't give a fuck.
dude, these fuckers are something else.
Yeah.
But that was the ending of the movie, and I would suggest checking it out because it was a great fucking watch. It was really good.
Everyone was laughing the entire time.
But I would say one of the disturbing scenes for me was the bull.
Oh yeah, the
That
bull
was
fucked.
fucked up. So Johnny Knoxville has done this bit before. They even showed clips of it in the end. He's a magician. He's dressed in red. Basically has little bits of red on him, and he's doing magic tricks. And then they release this fucking bull, and
And
like
this bull was pissed already.
from the fucking start of it, they weren't even like in there yet, fucking around. The bull's fucking making demonic noises, moving around, hitting shit. But you know why, right? I think I heard that to make the bulls angry, they tie a rope around their balls. And when they move, it gets tighter. So it's rubbing their fucking balls. And that's why
Fuck,
they're so
dude.
aggressive and pissed. So they must have done something else to the fucking bull because he was on roids or some shit. So Johnny's there and they release the bull, and sure enough, knocks him on his ass, but not just a small knock. Like, he got hit and he flew up in the air 3 times and fell down. He was just like knocked the fuck out. He was snoring.
Yeah.
Did
he
you hear the
was.
snoring?
Yeah.
That was scary. I'm like, okay, he's fucking dead. I was like, what the fuck is going on? People went in there, they started freaking out. And then all he cared about is if they got the shot.
That's what he said,
And
right?
they took him off in a fucking ambulance. Broken wrist, broken ribs, concussion, the whole nine. And he just cared about the fucking.
The shot.
But it was a great ass movie. So fucking good.
I agree.
Yeah. So we talked enough about the movie. Afterwards, we went on another couple spots. We went to a bunch of thrift stores. It was a pretty chill afternoon, right? We had
Yeah.
fun. And then we came to the house, and
What were we
the
watching?
the best part of the night, actually,
What were we watching, you ask?
a Spider-Man marathon. Tobey Maguire. Now, I don't know if you guys know if we're Spider-Man fans or not. I mean,
I have a Spider-Man poster right there that he gave me.
yeah, we did a whole fucking video on it, so you guys already know we're hard for the Spider-Man. But the originals, they're showing them, and it's
Back to
fun. This is,
back.
dude, and this is how I knew we were meant to watch them. So Spider-Man 1 had started playing before we left. We got to the part where Toby is hunting down his uncle's killer. We had to leave, and we were in a hurry because we had to go pick up his girlfriend and get to the movies in about like 30 minutes, which we did. Surprisingly, I was shocked. I'm like, okay, it's meant to be. Like, the fact that I went to go wash my hands, I came back, the movie was about to start. I'm like, badass. We didn't miss anything. So after a whole afternoon of doing like things, we come back to the house. Mind you, obviously the movie had already finished. This is on cable. We can't pause this shit. And sure enough, it's on the same part from when we left.
Same part.
You can't tell me that's not a fucking like sign.
Yeah.
So we all sat down and we watched the next
1, 2,
and 3.
3.
I think you left like
halfway through 3 or like a
yeah,
third or something.
and they were fucking beautiful. They were funny. We were cracking up at the memes.
Dude, fucking memes.
I mean,
dude.
your girlfriend seemed like she was into them, and that's because she hates
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, she was into them, dude. I know she
Yeah,
was. She
yeah.
can't even fucking. I think it's because we were laughing at it so much. She was like, you know what? Let me give this shit a try. And
Yeah.
she was watching them.
You weren't there, but we started like interrogating her about Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, I mean, no, I just don't like his character. She said he's a smart kid and everything, but all he does is.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? And then she started talking about Tony, how she likes Iron Man.
And I'm like, Tony's fucking a jackass. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? She doesn't even know.
So you've had this conversation with her before.
Yeah, she doesn't. It's because I've had it with her. I explained to her Civil War in the comic where Tony's just a fucking dickhead.
I don't. You just can't get through the like
Nah.
fucking.
She's like, what does he do? Like, super strength, webs. Like, that's fucking lame. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? This motherfucker lost his uncle, and even after that, he fucking became Spider-Man. He's fucking shy. He's insecure. He's awkward, but he gets confidence through Spider-Man. Like, he's so relatable. Like, she's like, no, and I'm like,
Just
yeah.
apologize right now. She's
I'm
gonna be
sorry.
watching this shit.
Nah, I mean, she knows what we're messing around, but yeah, I don't know. Nah, but yesterday, so she was like in the
She
movies.
was interested.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
It's
ended
funny.
the night on a good note, and we went to go get food during the second part, and my friend here starts to tell me a story.
Oh yeah.
Now, tell it just like how you told it last night,
I
because
will,
that was like
everything.
I was eating that shit up.
I'll tell you everything specifically. Okay, so this happened.
And you meant to tell me this weeks ago too,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. So I meant to tell you this the first Zoom we had together, which was like probably 24 or 23. So I went to the park a month ago. I hadn't gone to the park in a long time. I was gonna go play basketball. And I get to the park and I see a family get there with 3 kids.
This is the same park that we've recorded at a couple times in the
Yeah.
middle of the night, mind you.
Yeah,
This was in broad daylight.
Yeah, this was in broad daylight. Thank God, dude. I would have not walked home, dude. So, I get there right to play basketball. I see this family getting stuff down. They're gonna the kids are gonna ride their scooters and their skateboards and whatever. And as I'm approaching the basketball court, I see a man in a big white t-shirt. His jeans are sagging. He has tats all over him. And
Face
I'm not
tats too,
face
right?
tats, yeah. I'm not one to judge, but from afar I felt like something was about to happen. And sure enough, I get to the park. I get to the basketball court, and this man's walking sideways. Like he's not walking like how normal people walk
He's
forwards.
walking like
He's walking sideways. And I'm like, what
like
the
a
fuck is
crab. Like
he? Yeah,
an
it's like a crab. Yeah, that's what he was doing.
like an
with his arms.
NPC. Explain
Yeah.
to them what an NPC is, because I didn't know for a while.
NPC just means like a bot in the video game.
Yeah, like
So-
you know how in video games there's some characters that are just like doing weird shit.
Yeah.
Like
that's what he was.
there's like videos out there that you guys should look up where people in public are being bots. They're being like video game characters because they're doing something weird. And
yeah.
I didn't know that term. I had seen videos and I would see like NPC, like someone being an NPC, until I think you started to, or you told me, oh, stop being an NPC or some shit like that. Like,
yeah.
so that's what that is. So he was just being like,
An NPC.
he was glitching and
Yeah.
shit in the simulation,
Yeah.
walking sideways,
Walking sideways like a crab on the sidewalk.
dude.
And the mom and two kids come to where I'm at, and then the dad and the last kid are walking, and by this point this NPC walked enough to be really close to the dad and the son, and he stops while
But-
doing the crab walk and he's staring at them.
So, was he doing a crab walk forward? Or
No,
you're
s-
telling me he was turned to the side and they're walking straight
Yeah.
down like that, and he's walking like this?
Yes.
So how is he knowing like where they were? Was he turning his head and shit?
Well, he was just following the path. He wasn't concerned about them.
Oh.
Yeah, he was following the path, but then he saw them because he got close enough. And
Dude, we need to recreate this shit. Like,
yeah, we can.
in the next one, we should.
Yeah,
That'd be funny as
yeah.
fuck.
So he stops, and he's staring at the dad and the son walking past him like this. He's just like that, right? And I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, what the fuck is he on? Like, I'm playing basketball, but I'm concerned for the family because they're right next to him. And then finally, they all get together, the family. But then you already know kids are gonna be kids, and one of them is driving their scooter towards him, and the mom screams at him to come back because he's just staring at them still. He's just still staring at them from afar.
How far was he from them?
I'd say like 30-40 feet, but the kid got close enough to where, like, if the guy swung, he could have probably hit him. So
Probably
he got
could've-
really close.
Would have kidnapped them.
Yeah. So the mom screams at him really bad to come back, and he didn't want to listen, but he comes back, and the mom like gets him and pulls him to go with the family, right? And this guy just starts staring at us, like he's just staring at me and the family, like looking back and forth, like looking at us. And I moved to the other side of the courts, right? Because there's two sides to the basketball court. I moved to the other side. The family does the same because there's two of them next to each other. They move to the other side. And then I turn around and I'm playing on the other side. I'm not looking at him anymore. And I saw these three teenagers sit down near me. And I'm playing. I'm vibing. And then I hear a fucking scream. A scream. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I turn and I think it's the kids. I'm gonna try and replicate the scream. Okay?
Yeah.
I can't even like do it exactly the way it was, but I'll
Boy,
try.
that shit last night. He did this scream in the middle of a drive-through, and I was like,
What the fuck? Yeah. So it was something like this. It was something like,
keep it going,
Nah,
keep it
that's all I got.
going.
I'll do it more later, but it was like like that, right? Just straight gibberish, dude. And he's screaming it, looking at us.
And he said that it sounded like he was doing a chant on
Yeah.
them. So then I, of course, in my mind, when I hear you do that shit, I'm like, okay, that's alien language, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, but is it more alien or more like satanic shit?
And I said satanic. This motherfucker was cold blood staring
Speaking
at
in
us.
tongues and shit?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
So I turn and I see him just screaming with his hands in the air. Like just fuck. He's just screaming like random shit with his hands in the air. By this time the family, both of the parents are calling the cops on the phone. And then this man proceeds to pull out his phone, pretends to talk to someone, but again he's just saying like random shit. He's like random shit, dude.
So do you think he was mimicking them calling the cops? Maybe in his mind, like he saw like
Yeah.
he saw them calling them saying something on the phone, so he busts out his phone and he started like mimicking them.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. And then he puts his
So he was on something. That's
Yeah.
like
he was on something. That's a for sure. There's no way.
fucking crack or some shit.
So he puts his phone in his pocket and he starts like moving around like trying to dance, but he's screaming. Like he's like, oh, what like I'm like, what the fuck is
Dude.
going on? Like
And
this is loud. Like I'm not doing it loud. This man is screaming far enough to where you can hear across the park, and this park's not that small. Screaming loud as fuck,
Dude. And I told him, I'm like, dude, why didn't you fucking record this?
Yeah.
This is something out of a fucking movie.
Yeah, it is. And the kids the high schoolers that I thought made the noise originally were recording. But in my mind, I was just so disturbed because he was doing it towards us. He wasn't doing it towards anyone else. And the last thing he did was he got his phone, he looked at the family, and he started like pretending it was a gun. Like he was like,
but you got freaked out, right?
Yeah,
when he started going like
yeah,
that.
I thought it was a gun. I was like, oh fuck me, dude. I was like, why is this fucker strapped? But it was just his gun. I mean, not his gun, his phone. He was mimicking it as a gun, and he started like screaming at them even more. And by that time, 3 cops had got in there. So he's here in the middle, 2 cops on the side,
Did you
and
see
the cop in the middle.
Did you see like the interaction between them?
Yeah. So
Was he speaking English at this point?
dude, I don't know. I couldn't tell from that far. I don't think he was speaking English because like the officers were looking at each other weirdly and like weird. So they pat him down and they just arrest him and take him. And when he left, I started walking back home. It hadn't even been 30 minutes, dude. I was like, I've had enough.
What
of basketball
time was
today.
this at?
This was probably at 6.
Oh,
5:36. It was almost about to
evening.
get dark. Yeah.
Shit, dude.
And the family that had gotten there with me at the same time, they also left. We are like, fuck this shit, we're out, dude.
Holy fuck, man.
Dude, it was creepy. That's why it didn't come to my mind to, oh, I'm about to die. Let's record this shit. Like I'm not that type of person. So
You
yeah.
should. Well, next time.
Next time, yeah, I'll
It's
have
gonna
that.
happen next time. Next time, take the GoPro. And I tell him, I'm like, dude, how strange that should happen in broad daylight. And we've been there like at 3 in the morning, fucking around, filming, dressed
morning.
like clowns and shit.
Yeah.
And we had that interaction with that hobo. I don't know if you guys remember. And you're telling me that a homeless guy is more sane than some random ass crackhead?
Yeah.
Dude, his brain was right on something. Dude, how fucking strange. I wish I was there.
It was fucking
But I probably
crazy.
wouldn't have recorded either. I would have been like, dude, you know what? Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That fucker's an alien or some shit, cause
Someone fucking did tests on him and dropped him off at the park, dude.
Now his story reminded me of mine. I had an interaction, or I had a strange interaction where I was at a stoplight getting ready to turn left, and the arrow was red, obviously. And on the intersection on the other side, they were at the red light, so they were all parked. And this fucking lady walks in the middle of the street, and I'm like, oh, she's probably a beggar. She's gonna start like, with the cup and shit. This bitch starts juggling. Starts juggling these blue balls out of nowhere, smiling, laughing. And she starts off kind of small, like I would say that they're landing around here. This bitch starts fucking throwing them in the air, like hardcore. And I'm excited, and I'm like, this is very interesting. I can probably put this on the pod. So I bust out my phone at the fucking red light and I start zooming in, like trying to get her because like she was moving, like she was juggling and moving at the same time. So I'm there, right? And I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna talk about this story. I have the proof, it's gonna be badass, right? So then the light's green and I'm like, fuck no, like I still wanna see. And the cars behind me started moving and I'm like, fuck. So I turn off my phone and I go. And as I'm driving by, she's sitting on the grass laughing, and next to her she has like a bag of oranges. So I'm like, you're probably trying to sell the oranges. Why wouldn't you juggle oranges? I mean, even if you drop them, they're not gonna like get fucked or anything, right?
Yeah.
So I
that's
don't know
true.
what her deal was. I don't know if she escaped from the circus or some shit. The circus is in town, so I don't know what it was, dude. But so I get home and then I'm telling my girlfriend the story, and I'm like, I got video of it. I'm like, because like obviously we make content and shit. If I see something interesting in
You
the
gotta
streets,
film
like
that.
I bust out my phone. Now, I'm not professional enough to do fucking horizontal. I'm still, beginner. So in the time I'll be like this. Gotta remember we need to film like this for videos and shit. So I told my girlfriend excited as fuck. I'm like, it's like if I like recorded a midget or something, right? This is another that I think that's what I'm like catches my attention are like circus acts, like freaks, like shit like that, Not saying that midgets are freaks, but if you guys watch movies and shit, they portray them as freaks. So I bust on my phone and I'm like, you gotta see this shit, you gotta check it out. So I go to my photos and there's nothing there. I wasn't recording and I was so fucking mad, you would not believe. So I was zooming in, struggling like a fucking idiot the whole time, when in reality, I didn't press fucking start. So that pissed me off.
But that's
But
weird though, cause we both had experiences where the
we're
witnessing some weird ass shit.
NPCs and how strange though. That's really fucking weird. So let me see. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, I want to do a little test with you, and I hope you haven't read this story. I want to look up the article, and I'm gonna name 3 celebrities who this article could relate to.
Okay.
It's gonna be it's gonna be real interesting, just because of the way they wrote it. It's like fucking hilarious. Let's see. Okay, found it. So, you ready? I'm gonna read the article word by word. Now, if you have heard this article and you know who it is, just yell out the name. And then after I read the whole thing, I'll give you a name of celebrities and you get to guess. Allegedly, blank and the IG model allegedly met up on Instagram, and the two decided to link up a few weeks ago. The model and
Wait,
blank
is
had
it?
a romantic encounter, and what happened next was, well, crazy. Hold on. Let me read through it and then you can tell me. Mind you, this is a fucking. Someone wrote this. This was an article. So the vocabulary they're using is what the fuck, but let's just go. After the party, they went back to his hotel. They smoked weed for a bit and he asked if she wanted to have sex. She said he was very intent on ensuring things were consensual. They started with a bit of foreplay. He rubbed and sucked her titties for a bit. He then went to the bathroom and came out with a condom on. Right? Not too crazy, but I mean, they why did they have to say he sucked your titties? Like, there's an article. She said he's about 7 inches thick and cut. No, fucking funny. They fucked for about 20 minutes. He mostly hit it from the back and eventually came inside the condom. Immediately after, he went back into the bathroom to dispose of it. He fished the condom out of the trash, untied it, and put the opening end into her vagina. Boy, was she in for a surprise. She, she said it felt like pouring hot lava into her pussy. She screamed and blank ran into the bathroom. He admitted he poured a packet of hot sauce into the condom to kill the sperm. Now the Instagram model is threatening to sue blank. Now,
What the fuck?
this is very common, dude. Being a celebrity, being a high status celebrity, everyone wants your spawn.
Yeah.
Think about it.
You gotta fucking kill it.
You have to kill it. You have to kill the spawn. Like, so I think it's okay to be doing that shit. But the fact that this fucking money grubbing whore did that, perfect fucking payback, right?
Yeah.
So have you heard of this story?
No.
So let me just throw some names out, right? I'm trying to think of funny ones. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. You know what? All right. Okay. Okay. We got James Franco, right? Alleged sex predator, and second, we have Drake, right? He's up there. A lot of women want his baby. And third, we have trying to think of Stephen Curry, right? So right now, I just told you the names of three powerful men. We have Hollywood, we have music industry, we have NBA, right?
Yes.
These fuckers get a lot of girls if you think about it, right? Now, to you, who would stand out and who do you think would be that smart, that strategic when it comes to, fucking around with models or whatever they are?
Dude, I want to say Steph, but he's married.
So you could probably cross him out.
Yeah.
So now you have two options.
Dude, I'm gonna say James.
No, it was Drake.
What?
Yeah. It was Drake, dude.
God damn.
Yeah, like
What the fuck?
it was
Dude,
Drake.
this smart motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, look, Instagram model ready to sue after Drake allegedly put hot sauce in condom. This story went crazy, dude. This
When was
happened
this?
weeks ago. I've been wanting to tell you for weeks now, right? This story is so funny, not only because of how the article was written,
Describing it,
described
dude,
7
detail.
inches and cut, fucking pouring lava into my pussy, dude. That's so funny. That is fucking hilarious. That bitch deserved it.
Yeah.
You say it?
Yep.
Does she have a
fuck-
reason to sue him?
Fuck no, dude. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my goddamn
Right?
life.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, he's been in the game for years. Drake knows what the fuck he's doing. I'm not surprised that, this should happen. Maybe back then he would, like, I don't know, maybe keep the condom or something. But just think of this. My guy, Drake, the most famous fucking icon, rap star, artist, whatever out there, is carrying packets of hot sauce with him. Just imagine. Dude,
What?
dude, look, you know how they do memes like Drake the type of guy to, right? And they do
yeah.
funny shit.
Yeah, yeah.
They should do Drake the type of guy to ask for extra hot sauce at Taco Bell.
Dude, but my question is why just like flush it down the toilet or something?
Dude, these bitches will
You-
fucking plunge and like
Dive
they'll call
into
the
the
plumber.
toilet?
Dude, trust me. These money hungry bitches are after money.
Dude, that's
And
fucking
Drake's
crazy.
high status, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
This fucker has his own basketball.
and I'm pretty
court
sure
and shit.
he learned his with that stripper that he got with, and they have a son now and shit. And I'm pretty sure he learned his lesson
What
after
the-
that, cause
yeah.
like this is the first account of it ever being done. So who knows, dude? But what do you think about that,
Dude, that's fucking crazy as fuck.
Crazy ass story. Bro.
Drake didn't do anything wrong. That bitch is the wrong for trying to
Yeah.
sue. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it was consensual. Like he was just protecting his. No, dude, it's so fucking. But
Why the fuck did it go in detail though?
I don't know, dude.
That's just
what-
some meme shit. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
But
And
this shit went viral, dude. Like people were talking about it.
for
But
the article, the company to approve of like, yeah, put that shit in there. Yeah, I like that.
dude, I don't fucking know. But that bitch deserves it. Drake's in the fucking safe spot. Like he was just protecting himself. And
Oh, dude, that's so funny.
dude, there's crazy bitches like that out there. But I think we've been going long enough, don't you think? Pretty good episode today. Pretty
Yep.
chill. A lot of stories.
Hell yeah.
So, what do you have to tell the people?
Got a new sponsorship with HelloFresh. Hell yeah, I can't believe I got another one. I don't know where, dude.
Second sponsorship.
Second sponsorship. If you don't know what HelloFresh is, they do your meal kits, healthy food. They put in the recipes for you. Super easy to make. Healthy stuff if you want. You pick and choose what you want. Right now, everything's like half off, which is pretty crazy. I know I paid for 6 meals and it was $4.50 for each meal, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's all.
You know what you should do? You should record yourself making the meals and then trying them.
That's what I want to
Posting
do.
that to your YouTube and like putting the link.
Yeah, that's what I was saying on stream. So I'm getting it this coming Thursday. When it gets here, I'm gonna make one of the recipes. I'm gonna record it, do a review on it.
That's gonna be funny.
Yeah. I can't wait to see how that goes.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's gonna last 2 weeks. So if you wanna support us, because technically I can put that money to use for the podcast as well. I'll be putting the link in the description of this video. And yeah. That's all I got. What about you? Anything else?
Just like, subscribe, share this shit. Because we're fucking upgrading. No, we're not even getting paid yet. So when we do, it's gonna be real interesting. We're just gonna put
Yeah.
it back into the equipment.
Yeah.
Fucking guys, just all you guys have to do is like and share or subscribe. Like that's it. That helps us like a long fucking way. And I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about. We just need a set. Once we have a set, I feel like it'll be more professional and
Yeah.
we won't have to be. It's a shit show in the beginnings, but I mean, we're
Gotta start
fine with it. Yeah. So, see you guys on the fucking next one. And let us know how the mics sound in the comments, cause fuck with it. I like holding something in my hands, you know, something nice and thick. But you like to hold something little.
My mouth.
All right, guys. Peace.
Then you got the sauce.
TikTok, yeah, time is going slow. When I blow up, I'm telling y'all it's all. Sleepless nights, lately I've been